Internet. Hello there, YouTube. Welcome back to the Hermit Gamers solo hardcore playthroughs of X-Men Legends 2, a classic old ARPG. It is abandonware. It is free. You can probably download it onto your toenail. It takes up so little space. You can run it. I don't know what's less advanced than a toaster. It doesn't matter. You can run it. If you can listen to this stream, you can run it. I think so. Anyway. Let's get back in there. We are going through as Jean Grey, and as I said, we are doing this solo and hardcore, and we're coming into Act 3, which contains one of the more difficult areas in the game, which is what we're going to be getting to now. So let's get in there.
Let the games begin.
Yes, let the games begin indeed. Let's go get our quests. Let us go speak to the people we must speak to. Nah, that's fine. I can live without doing that. We'll talk to her.
How would you like to know the
Yes.
that's yes, department, thank you. Come.
Alrighty. And have to talk to Angel in order to be able to access the core. The core, definitely the most dangerous area.
It took a lot of searching and a nuclear, which is exact to get to the. Oh,
The core is the most dangerous area in this act, and one of the more dangerous areas in the game.
well, if you aren't a sight.
But getting extra levels is probably not going to make any difference to the danger it represents, so I like to try and just get it over with.
Any
Yeah.
questions?
And it's pretty good, but we are a long way from level 40. I'm pretty sure that I am eating an apple, by the way. I know. Ruins my beautiful voice.
Good luck, guys. Remember to use that recall transmitter beside you if you want. And find it. Right.
So here you just kind of have to shove your way past this.
ain't supposed to be
Stay
And these guys are one of the things that make the core so dangerous. They can ledge you. I'm pretty sure they can use pop-up attacks. In fact, I'm 100% certain they can use pop-up attacks. They have stunning attacks, and they can use stun combos, so when they attack you in a group, they can quite easily keep you stun locked
A trespasser.
for a while. Now when there's just one,
Sweet dreams.
we kill them before they can become a threat. And most melee characters will have tools that allow them to deal with enemies like that, like quickly CC them, or even just one-shot them, you know? Yeah, that's the sound of a one-shot, by the way. 100%. There's no game that has ever been made where one-shots don't make that. And these guys, Undercloaks, so these guys are just big bags of health because they don't have their hammers, I don't know why. And these guys are kind of just big bags of health. But they're still one of the more dangerous enemies in the game because depending on what they spawn with, if you get elites, they can be extremely deadly. Like if they come with a... I was hoping to throw him in the water. In you go? No? Alright. In you go. They're so annoying.
Who's next?
But these guys, they are the danger. And the main weapon we have against them is just to separate them. If we absolutely have to, we can use that to split them up a little bit when they come in groups. But basically, we want to fight them, you know, we want to peel them to the point where, you know, the one or two that we have to deal with, we can just quickly kill them before they cause us too many problems. Now, if there's a big boss pack or something, then that's where we will need an ultimate. Here.
Who's next?
So we can CC them like that with the telekinesis. It's definitely works out nicely for us. Now, yeah, this is going to be a really good ability when we can finally get it. And yeah, we want more duration on that. How much do we actually get though? 18 seconds? I haven't actually been casting it, and I should. Okay, that's
Phoenix
a
Force!
little bit worrying, so...
My target's down.
This... kind of exactly what we needed, was just a little bit of an upgrade. Nothing too crazy, but I'll take it. And yeah, the fact that our ult can, you know, turn them against each other is so clutch, so helpful. Even just one. I want to make sure that guy didn't drop anything when he popped. So when there's just two of them, relatively safe. It's the boss mobs that worry us. And later on when we start getting them in mixed groups.
Good job. Okay, I agree.
You ain't supposed to be here.
Who's next?
Damage is lower, but defense is much higher. Defense in this game is not completely useless in the same way it is in something like Diablo. This may actually be an upgrade. Actually, yeah, definitely. Electricity damage. More valuable to us than mental damage.
A trespasser.
Yeah, those guys, bit of a patience check. Sometimes I maintain my composure dealing with them. Sometimes I have to have a little bit of a rant. I do think I see what the devs are going for and I respect it, but I think there needs to be kind of a limit on the amount of your time an enemy will waste in a game like this. And there is a pretty scary looking mob in here.
Sweet dreams. That had to hurt.
Nice, I'll take a rare. You want to break that glass, and Gina's so bad at breaking environmentals that like scared of those big guys, even though they are huge bags of hell, just because they don't have their hammers, they can't actually CC. I don't know why that's the case. Trying to fight these guys with fucking console auto-targeting. Like, this guy has a combo shooter, I can't even see what it is. But they're kind of harmless in these engagements. That's pretty good. That'll be nice when we hit level 30. Huh. One nice rare. You know, the real perfect rare for pretty much any character in this game, but especially if they do physical damage. Any kind of attack that scales off of their just base punches and so on. You want
I can't go that way.
gear that gives you both
This one.
physical and elemental damage. Also, this will increase our damage considerably. Because I'm pretty sure all these percentage bonuses are like multiplicative with each other. At least, I know that when you start to scale these abilities, like the scaling gets pretty out of control.
You ain't supposed to be here.
Who's next?
Now, I'm not saying I don't make mistakes when I'm trying to dance around enemies like that. I definitely do. But I hope you can see that trying to do it with these regular attacks is really difficult. You eat so much damage that you wouldn't if you had any kind of like movement in your kit. But you just don't
Phoenix
have...
Force!
I don't know how I fat-fingered that, but you just don't have movement. Anyway. Completely fat-fingered that. Luckily. Yeah, there are a lot of barrels and breakables and stuff around.
We got it.
Sweet dreams.
In the core, so if I really need an ultimate before pushing forward, I can always farm one up. Went the wrong way, but that's okay. Yeah, we can just fly back. Nice. One of the nice things about playing Jean or Rogue or anyone who can fly.
I'd run if I were you. My target's down. This is almost too much.
Darn. Come on. You make everything uncomfortable when you talk like that, lady. Doesn't need to be like this. Just act a little bit civilized. Anyway. Kind of tempting to just get like a few cheeky more points in that. Mainly for the attack rating and the duration. Duration is really nice. But on the other hand, I want to get at least 1 point in this, so kind of go 1 for 1 from now on. But we'll see. Yeah, like, it's good when it's up, but it just doesn't last long enough, like, for me to be bothered continually recasting it. But it's fine, it's fine. Like, there will come a time where we're going to need it to hit some breakpoint.
Hi again. What can I get?
At the moment. Yeah, we want
Sorry,
Cliff up
no
first.
credit.
And we definitely want to hold on to them. They're going to be a little left. Pardon me. Just having some Pepsi there. You know what I say? I'm not a picky drinker when it comes to, I just call it Pepsi. Doesn't matter what it is. Coke is good. Even some of the off-brand ones are pretty good. There's a Mexican one that's pretty damn good. Avitos or something. The only problem is they don't have, you know, a sugar-free one.
We got it covered.
Sometimes I find my own strength.
Yeah, so we can just corral them into chokes like that. Hard CC them with telekinesis. And we'll just have a much easier life, man. They must have no mental resistance because they get absolutely shredded by our abilities, which is good.
Where are you going?
Where are you going? Your mama's house. She gave me a key.
You really don't.
Mental
Sweet
resistance.
dreams.
But I can tell you, we chunk through them way faster than you would mental resistance when using a more like typical chain build. This is actually if you want to have a good life. And it's like, is it likely to just hit a wall in Nightmare? 100%. I don't even know if we can get through Nightmare. We could easily die in normal. You can always easily die in normal, but I love how they can see you through the wall. Step into the
You could always surrender.
I need backup.
I put my buff on after the fight is over. Because I'm that kind of player, you know, I'm just flexing at this point. I think I can break this wall.
There's trespassers in here.
Sweet dreams.
Get hit by barrels. Die. Go away. Oh, I hate having to break our environment as SG. It's So yeah, cutscenes cause you to drop when you're flying, and I genuinely have that kill me. Have had that kill me, where
Stay down.
you don't realize you're about to trigger some dialogue and you fly over like a pit or something, and then you just die. Though I'm pretty sure like what happens is that you'll be landed on floor that is technically like death floor. Like if you had landed on it not during a cutscene, you would have died instantly. And what will happen is that if you move, you die instantly. And what you need to do is just immediately take off, like jump up and take off again so you don't touch the ground again. But if you don't know that, it's very easy to just die.
Alright, time for a little exercise.
Who's next?
Out of here, you bum. How do we... I just wanted to chair that guy to death, and the game was like, no. No, I do what I want. And then I punched the desk! Man, the auto aim.
Situation's bad.
Out of here. Ugh! Freaking missed. Boop, boop.
But here.
Goob. How do I get past the glass?
That had to hurt. Sometimes I don't know my own strength.
It feels like I've been playing this for ages. I just realized, like, yeah, we've just started the core. It just unfortunately takes a while to grind through the core because
Alright, time for a little exercise.
if you rush it, it's all too easy to end up back Act 1, Quest 1. And that will slow you down even more. But we're on the second last area now. This is unfortunately also
My target.
the area where you have to take it the slowest, but here's where we have to take it slow. We need to bait all these trucks. Because if they do that,
That had to hurt.
around here, that can just put you to Betty Buys.
Well, what have we here?
Who's next?
But yeah, those guys exist to pull you out of position, so the shockwave guys can come and punish you. You know, potentially ledging you. And you just have to take it slow. But it's fine. Like, I like areas like this. Something nasty in there. We might have to come there's something nasty in there. Oh, he's so close. I didn't realize there were two of them.
Sometimes I don't know my own strength.
Go on, go in the water. Jackass.
This one's mine. Where's my backup?
So yeah, we just pull them out of the room and deal with them. And then, you know, we don't want to rush, we don't want to do anything stupid when we
This
come
one's
over here.
mine.
You know, if we have the option to just pick them off at range, why not just pick them off at range, make it completely safe? I don't know if I can actually go through this area now.
I'd run if I were you. Sweet dreams.
But it's good to clear out these top rooms either way. Yeah, won't open that just yet. That sucks. I'll have to fly back. Yeah, so the speedrun way to do this is to like not lower the fuel rods before activating the reactor, and then you just have to eat a DOT as you run down here. But when you speedrun this game, you have 4 people, so you don't have to care about one of them potentially getting ledged.
Well, good.
Like for me, it's like, even though the DOT is not that dangerous, and you know, realistically, you could still play at like a safe speed, and you know, realistically, it shouldn't mean you take any great risk as far as getting ledged is concerned. But the reality is, if I know I'm taking a persistent DOT until I complete a certain objective, yeah, you better damn well better know I'm going to try to get that thing done as quick as possible. Even if I know realistically I can just go back to town, buy more potions.
That had to hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, time for a little exercise.
Damage is
Stay there.
amazing when we have this buff up. Still quite good even with that. And yeah, here's where we just... Look, I am a big proponent of like, if you're gonna speedrun, you know? Like, if you're not speedrunning, why are you going so fast? Like, look, I get it. People enjoy playing fast. And, you know, really, who am I to criticize, right?
Who's next?
I really wanted to chuck that guy in, but it's fine. As I say, like, who am I to criticize if you get pleasure out of playing the game fast? But for me, know, it's not just this game. It's like all these kind of like isometric
Well, what
type
have we
ARPGs, whether it's like Baldur's Gate, Diablo,
Sweet dreams.
Grim Dawn maybe. Oh wait, did I not? That was so goofy. Oh well, at least I don't have to come back here. Yeah, the problem is the DOT means I can't freaking fly, so I can't get here quick. When you only have one out, it's very mild damage. It's mild day.
Sometimes I don't know my own strength.
This one's mine. Where's my backup?
Okay, I can quickly sneak up here. Get that down.
Good. You need.
Now we deal with that last mob. Actually, very handy to have the big world to throw these guys into, because they are extremely tanky otherwise. But yeah, I do actually want to go into that side area because
Sweet dreams.
shake that, shake that, shake that.
What have we here?
Because I can't get a homing beacon. There's an arse of a fight in there, but the enemies aren't dangerous. So I'm actually trying to like toss them into here, but honestly,
My target's down.
when I say like there needs to be a limit to how much of your time the enemy will waste, shit like that is a classic example of them just wasting too much of your fucking time.
A trespasser.
It's just like, buddy, everything's fucking dead. You're the only thing alive, and for some reason you just want to like... I can't even TK this guy at all.
Sweet dreams.
Ah, incredible. Incredible. Anyway, I'm glad we got that thing. We killed those guys. It wasn't even that bad. Jean seems to deal with them fairly well. And this last area, like, I am concerned about the boss of this area, and there's an ability I probably should have gotten. Like, I probably should have gone and done the Infinite Factory to get
All I have to do
a
is
particular ability first.
Stay down.
Yeah, she deals with them okay. You gotta watch that, but honestly, there's no good way to deal with enemies that have a big AoE radial. At least at this stage.
Who's next?
Like, the only safe way to deal with them is like that. Where we just spam TK until it slowly whittles them down, hoping to kind of CC them. Man, I love that. So the undercloaks are dangerous in that sense that, like, they body block for more dangerous enemies, and if
Now that
they
Sugar
can get
Man
value out
knows
of
you're
just
here.
existing, like if they have an EP drain aura, or a radiation aura that drains your health, or an aura that like makes their buddies faster or impossible to go, you know, anything like that, then they can become one of the most dangerous enemies in the game.
My target's down.
But yeah, we're doing okay here. Like, these aren't the easiest melee fights, mainly because of these guys. But the fact that we have, like, any ability to, like, pick those guys off.
My target's down.
You won't survive. Now that Sugar Man knows you're here.
Yeah, slightly tempted to do Juggernaut next, if only to like, because us like Juggernaut can become like almost immune to melee damage.
This won't be
How does that not hit?
Sweet dreams.
I just cannot attack that guy with my range ability.
Dreams.
And this is what I mean when I say, like, there needs to be some respect for the player's time. Like, how long am I supposed to just be happy to sit in this room just punching this thing that, for whatever reason, just takes 90% less damage than everything else? Fabulous is good. Incredible is good. If I had some physical damage, I would put that on. But I don't. And this, I think, is just a slight upgrade. Yeah, just a little bit more damage. So why not? Why not even?
Sweet dreams.
Let us battle.
Get to the...
Yeah, so these guys exist to kind of test your patience, annoy you, and then, you know, and then the you know, the hope is that, like, you leave. You know, the idea being that, like, you get so annoyed not being able to kill them, you'll just let them run away and they'll push forward and then they'll come back and you'll have enemies all around you, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. I just think, like, if you're going to chase an enemy down, like, if you do the smart thing, if enemies like that, and you actually take the time to chase them down, the game should reward you for making that decision rather than just saying, like, oh, well, just keep chasing them until they stop running. Eventually they'll get stuck on some terrain or cornered or something, you know, you'll get lucky. That's just like, bro, have some respect for my fucking time. Like, the challenge is fine, I like a challenge, but, like, when the basis of a challenge is wasting my time, that's okay, but they just, like, just show me that you do respect my time to some extent and there's, like, a limit to it. It's like, waste a minute, waste 30 seconds, you know what I mean? But just like, okay, after, like, you know, 20 seconds or something, the game shows me that it's not just here to waste my time, that, like, it actually has some understanding that, like, hey, I should have gone that way first, but it is what it is, especially when you can fly around like this. Not that big a deal to have to do a little bit of walking simulator. The thing that will take all your time in this area is just freaking killing those undercloaks. They're so tanky. It's nice to have 3 extremes for the boss as well.
Sweet dreams.
just could not move for shit there. I was like stuck in that piece of terrain. So frustrating. Like this thing, come on. I need to hit him just to fucking make him so he can take damage, and he just won't even like... Like, where is he going? What's he doing? What's the game plan other than fuck with me and waste my time? I know what they're doing. They have some, like, defensive buff that goes on cooldown. And they're running away to wait for it to go off cooldown so they can recast it and then be invincible again and then come back in. And it's just like... I just think there should be a limit to the number of times they can cast that buff. Or possibly the cooldown on it, you know, doesn't necessarily... Like, it has some kind of, like, exponential increase, you know, where it's like... 10-minute cooldown first time. $10-minute. I don't know, 10 second, 20 second, 25 second, whatever. You know, it just keeps going up. Just, you know, just to respect your fucking time. Like having to deal with it twice
Hi
should be
again.
enough.
What can I get?
Maybe 3 times. Très fabulous. Incredible. Yeah, we don't want the incredible.
I guarantee all of it, 100%.
Astounding. Did I not have an incredible armor? No, I didn't. Oh well. Such is the way of things. Maybe buy an extra level. Nah, I'll wait until we like just got one and then buy one. It's a decent little chunk of EXP down there. It's just gonna go to waste. Oh yeah, the main reason I came back was to buy frickin' EP pods. And you know, being a genius.
Hi again. What can I get?
I don't get the EP pods. True genius.
Yo, I'm from still enough.
Oh, you think I'm gonna fight there? Where that can fucking happen with my camera? No, 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 no. We ain't doing that. Yeah, I've got to get the hang of like aiming that. But also kind of winging him like that, because we don't want to land
That's a little too heavy.
in melee range. Of course, it hits the light. Of course. I really should use this a bunch of times and then break all the boxes.
Phoenix Force! Phoenix Force!
Bring that down. We've kind of broken everything that we might have been able to throw at the guy, but... So bad at just not getting wonked by the tongue at the moment. It's so tricky with the elevations. do a good chunk. Now what I want to do is actually like just kind of cheaply open this and grab these extreme tokens. Hit him with a couple more.
Phoenix Force!
Can even grab another one.
Phoenix Force!
Oh, that was... Yeah, if you see why I'm like twitchy about dealing with this guy, that's why.
Your punch is a lot tougher than you look.
Alright. Feeling pretty good about that. That wasn't too bad. We kind of had to do everything. You know, we chipped him down as much as possible, and I could have just slowly worn him down with that, but look, if I want to have any hope of getting Gene through Nightmare, that's not going to cut it. It's not going to even if I were to max that ability out, that's not going to cut it. You know, we have to be able to dance, and we have to be able to get those cheeky shots in. But that's always a spicy fight if you don't have an invincibility button or the range advantage. And I'm pretty happy with how we handled that, as I said.
No.
And that's the core done. And it's not like there's nothing else dangerous in this act. You know, there are hounds in the Magi Temple. Hounds are never free. There are some pretty dangerous, like, ranged mobs.
Hey, good job at the... Well, that oughta... I tracked down a man named Sebastian at the mo... Oh.
Yeah, I just want to get my little bump of EXP there.
Hi again. What can I get you?
Très fabulous.
There's a lot to choose from, huh?
Yeah, I definitely want to get that level and then buy a level. And that will be lovely. But yeah, we might as well go to the Infinite Factory, get that done. The Infinite Factory is much quicker because you don't have to play as safe.
Watch yourselves.
Out of here, you goon.
I was sent it. No,
Yeah,
you'll have to do
fucking
also.
goon. Yeah, no reason to go there. Stinky freaking trap. It's gotta be a shit, don't you? I love how he can't find his transmitter and it's there. Like, what? Did you look? Did you just realize it wasn't in your pocket and you were just like, oh, okay, it's gone. But yeah, these guys are assholes. And having this guy, like, kite around you like this when you have to hit him with that final attack.
Sweet dreams.
Is super frustrating, but it is what it is. that's where we're going to struggle, is against like the higher level melee enemies that just they just have like they have CC tools and their tools are honestly like a little bit bullshit. Like that guy was literally attacking 180 degrees away from us and still tagged us and knocked us down. But that's just what you have to deal with. As Jean. Or you're just balked. You don't have damage.
I'm coming for you. And stay down.
And yeah, this is our big problem, is the lack of mobility. And yeah, we have flight and we have the dive bomb out of flight, but if you get tagged while you're using that, you just get hard knocked down and hard CC'd, so... Using that as an engagement tool, not the safest thing.
Sometimes
But like once we get in there, once we mix it up, the damage we do is really nice.
Phoenix Force!
Where's our buddy? Hey, Chunky Bot. Chungus. Alright. I was gonna say, follow us and make yourself useful, or just freaking die and drop something. You chose death.
Sometimes I don't know my own strength. Phoenix Force!
I tried to get close to use my ult so I'd hit the danger enemies. The danger enemies. Alright, what do we got here? What do we got here? Pretty decent, pretty decent. I could live with that. I hate the fact that I have no tool to deal with that thing. Just have to like take it up the bum.
Who's next?
Inspired. That is plus damage. I think it's plus energy or plus lightning. Ah, okay. Okay, alright. That's exactly what we've been keeping our stinky eye out for.
I get even stronger.
He is dancing.
Send another squad!
Send another squad. Huh. And we just keep doing it like that and like this. We give him one of these and we give him one of those. He's dancing.
Phoenix Force! Who's next?
I can barely even hit this thing. Like most melee characters have an ability that can just kind of dive into and one-shot them, but we are not about that life here. We haven't got shit. My two minions just fell over. They drop me anything good? No, they dropped the punch. That's fine.
It's go time!
Not quite. Cheeky number. Alright, one of these jerks is definitely going.
Who's next?
Actually might be the only efficient way we have to actually kill them with the mental resistance. Here you go. Oh yes, by the way, someone might be wondering, like, hey, the thing you're most in danger to is range attacks. Why not pump this? Just doesn't scale that well. And it's like, look, if I am playing Sabretooth and I have to run face first, you know, if I have no range advantage, then I'm going to be like, alright, well, if I can get even a smidgen, even if I can get just a scrap of extra tankiness, I'll take it. Because I'm, like, there are going to be times in the game where I have to kind of use my health as a resource. You see what I mean? Like, damage can solve a lot of problems. These guys are dangerous if they get to live. We're currently at the point where, as long as we're not taking on too many at once, we can ensure they do not get to live long enough to really cause us problems. So that's just a question of, you know, peeling the onion, isolating the bites, and not, you know, biting off more than we can chew, and then we can deal with it. Now this area is going to be painful because
Sometimes I don't know my own strength. Phoenix Force!
I was hoping to get like a buddy or two to just kind of distract them while I break this thing, but this works. It's slow, but it works.
That had to hurt.
Oh, the auto aim, man, you gotta love it. Like, it's just amazing. Agent Mackenzie is down here. Yeah, that's right. You throw away the guy who I don't actually, you know, have right in front of my face or anything.
Stay down.
Oh, this Agent Mackenzie. Get 1 minion. Protected by 1 minion.
There is no need for violence.
There is no need for
We are on the
violence.
same- Oui, très bon. You can
Oh,
rest.
très bon. Incroyable. Agent Mackenzie. Amazing. Okay, yeah, unfortunate. That would have been really nice if it were on another gear slot, but it is what it is. Agent Mackenzie. Très bon, oui, oui.
You'll have oil. You'll have...
But yeah, since I don't... Oh, these things have so many... Disgusting. But yeah, I have very, very little reason to like push in to ranged enemies as Jean.
My target's down.
And I kind of just have to hope that I play well around them. Now, if I could get damage reduction on melee enemies, I would freaking love that.
Phoenix Force!
And I was hoping maybe just to actually like take control of a couple of them.
Phoenix Force!
Definitely gonna use it again.
Next.
guys would have been super tanky to add damage. Now they will just pop like pimples as soon as this runs out. But yeah, we will have other tools as well for dealing with ranged enemies. At level 28, we get our own kind of turret. And you can use the turret to bait them in. Or even just kill them at range. It's a really nice tool. It's also really good for just like putting consistent damage on a boss or something. Now what's going to really be miserable is the danger room fight.
Negative.
Negative. Precisely because we do not have... Let's just... Get them up here if possible. But yeah, defeating the X-Men is always the hardest part of that particular area, and it's going to be particularly freaking brutal for us.
Hi.
Because
What can I do? I'm Heather Hudson. Yes. Come.
what you really want in that fight is a big, chunky AoE that will break all the environmentals, or to have good movement and just good natural abilities to smash them up.
Hi again. What can I get?
Fabulous, incredible. I don't know if we're holding on to that, but...
Did you need help with anything?
Oh yeah, yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Oh, we're so close to a level. I wish I'd come back just after hitting that level. Well, I'll try to remember. I probably shouldn't level before either my blink portal resetting or hitting a waypoint. Ooh, damage.
You could always surrender.
The robot's right there, and I can't actually hit it, but it has no fucking problem hitting me. Can I hit the robot?
That had to hurt.
Yeesh, that was such a rough fight. I will just happily slowly CC that thing to death. Rather than
I feel even stronger. Sweet dreams.
Enemy unit at this location.
I was hoping I'd be able to blink portal. Bait.
My target's down.
So at level 28, I make sure I have a point for this. I don't care about that.
There should
There should be a certain number. Yeah, you just can't use that anymore, and it's sad because it doesn't.
Stay down.
Feels pretty cool to make it hit, but yeah. Still definitely useful in boss fights. Like, I would hate to have to kill Sugar Man without it, for example. Even the Zealot fight, Lady Deathstrike fight.
Phoenix Force!
That's right. Directly away from him.
Stay down.
A good thing this guy just rubber banded himself into irrelevance, because that fight could have gone really badly. Thanks to auto-targeting being its wonderful self. Oh, that's such a good item, and I want it so badly, but the Ignore's defense might just be too good. We'll see, we'll see. Maybe I get Ignore's defense on another item piece. Either way, we're getting through the ball.
Well,
I'm not really worried about the Magi Temple for Jean. The Stepford Cuckoos are gonna suck because they're really resistant to mental damage.
That had to hurt.
But I'm pretty confident of our ability to just kind of pound down on Holocaust before he can cause too much of a problem.
Stay down.
And yeah, we just want to make sure that wasn't an elite pack of robots. Otherwise, they would have gotten involved. So, even though stuff that's like immune to mental isn't going to get wiped by Jean's ult, it can still get, you know, turned to your team. So. It's still a pretty good tool. Also, I forgot to go back and buy a level. That's okay. I actually should get another level before the boss fight.
That had to hurt.
If I don't miss too much content. they fly, so you can't really do that. Like there, see, I want to hit the infinite, but auto-targeting just means I hit the robot. So the infinite's literally one shot, and I should be able to easily just tag him before he can hurt me. But instead, he just gets to hurt me for free. I have no counter to it. So yeah, not skipping this area. We want all the EXP. Because at this point in the game, levels are going to make a big difference. Our next level gets us a really, really, really good ability. That's going to be super clutch for us. And it's one of the cornerstones of our kit in a manner of speaking. And for mental resistant enemies, we don't exactly have to spend too long like soaring away at them, you know? They fall over pretty quick.
And stay down.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Target's in range.
That doesn't hurt.
That's right, can't knock them over just yet. Let's got a button to press. And then we have to do the Duva.
Sometimes I don't know my own strength.
Do I not have the strength to do that? Alright, that's even easier.
Wait.
at this, we're so close to a level.
You did a fine job of anything.
Beep.
And stay down.
You kind of have to take that initial fight in a really dicey way, man, because like, you don't have any way of destroying that. But it's fine. Here we pull it back home.
You really don't want to mess with now me. Now I real.
Buy level. Get our ability. We've already got it, but I shall drink a little bit of Pepsi. Fill my glass.
Hi again. What can I
There
get?
you get it. We're gonna get you. Fabulous. Incredible. Yeah, I don't think we need the Incredible.
There's a lot to choose from, huh?
Damn, that's so good, and yet I might just have to use that. Oh, okay. Here we go. Alright. It's actually not quite as good as this, because this adds flat physical damage, but it's got all the stats we want. I don't want to have that much radiation damage, but honestly,
Hi again. What can I get?
you know what? A crap ton of radiation damage.
Did you need help with anything?
Yeah, why not? You know, crap ton of radiation damage is not exactly like a ticket to an unhappy life, let me put it that way. It's not bad for you. It's not gonna like make you sick or something. Yes, thank you. And yeah, like I could chuck another point in there if I want, you know. Oh, look, it gets up to 11%. It's not completely worthless. But oh, hold on. All right. So I got to point in that piece of junk in order to get this. And this we actually do want to pump, because this is going to be a meaningful damage ability. And just go ahead. Wait. You go there, please. And you there. Alright.
Hi again. What can I...
We're so close to being able to like hit level 30 and put on our best gear and everything for this boss fight, but like we're practically there. Maybe if I really hit the danger room, we can hit it. Oh, have I been using the wrong buff? I think I actually have. That's crazy. So we should have been doing a lot more damage. And also having better AR. Yeah, yeah. Look how much longer this lasts. I can't believe I wasn't even using the right buff. Wild. Even with the buff, I shouldn't just run straight into these guys.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah, as long as we can take them on, like, you know, Kung Fu movie style, one at a time.
Sweet dreams.
Boy, I'm gonna throw everything at you until you die. There you go. Fuck off, fuck off. Yeah, yeah, punch the barrel, 100%. That's the most important thing to punch. Amazing.
Who's next?
You're done for.
You're done.
Who's next? I need more energy for that.
Oh, so this is our turret, by the way. Which is going to be worthless in this area, because it's going to be a target that can't actually hurt. However, the main danger of this area is that it puts you in like terrible position, but we can just say no to that.
Phoenix Force! had to hurt. Who's next?
So you can see that thing is useful. It's not the most useful thing because its range is somewhat limited. But what you can always do is you can always use your two to like initiate and pull them towards it.
My target's down.
Where'd it go? Yeah, as always.
Who's next?
We kind of just have to accept that those traps are gonna like make us sad. It's just the life we've chosen for ourselves. And you know, for the most part, it's a good life. Like there are good reasons why we chose this. But like any choice, you know, it involves a certain amount of regret if there's some.
They're over here.
Any element of like sacrifice.
Got a man down.
Who's next?
Here we are. We'll probably go back to get some energy pots. Unless I get really lucky breaking these barrels. I don't really feel comfortable going into this fight with fire. This can be grindy. Yeah, why not just blink portal straight from this side rather than messing about going all the way around there when we're probably only going to get 2 or 3 health pots, mana pots if we're lucky.
Hi again. What can I get?
Anyway, this is going to be one of the spicier boss fights. And all we can really do is just go in and see how we go.
Sorry.
You know?
No credit.
Take all our potions, do all our things. We could just die here. There's not a lot we can do about it.
Greetings,
No.
is that with some
Phoenix Force! That had to hurt. Phoenix
Did I just get like frozen out of my... So you have to keep fighting them until you break these.
And stay down. Sweet dreams.
The freeze is so bad, like it's clearly not made for a single person. But thankfully, the damage is low. If you split them up at the start, you can usually make it through.
Depart and
But getting through on Nightmare is going to be another matter entirely. I don't think it's doable. Because they actually start doing some real damage. But who knows, we'll potentially have a lot better gear by then, and just have a lot more like base physical damage to destroy environmentals and stuff like that, and grab these extreme tokens. So that's Act 3, pretty much done. The only part now is the Magi Temple, which again, just because I am freaking playing Jean, and so much of this game is either immune or super resistant to mental damage, we are going to have a real fun time against the Stepford Cookies. Like, you've seen how much they can bully you with CC, and it's just really difficult to like get on top of them, and with no like auto hitting abilities, no movement,
I can't thank you enough. Well, you have. I'm Heather Hutt. Yes.
it's going to be rough.
Come.
Anyway, we should get
The team has
nice.
truly
We actually get a level for that. That means we have some absolutely amazing gear to put on. Absolutely fantastic. And then we kind of want both, but you know, what can you do? It's good to be level 30 though. I feel like the
Hi again.
the
What can I
Magi
get?
Temple should be a bit of a walkover now. Shouldn't struggle too
You
much.
won't find better prices anywhere else.
Like, we are really loaded for bear. We have good equipment now. And apart from the hounds, there isn't that much danger there. But there is,
I
of
just
course,
received new
the fight with the
amethyst to
Stepford
reach.
Cookies, which
I look.
potentially going to be very, very painful for June. But it is what it is. Anyway, thanks to anyone who tuned in and checked out what was going on. Almost done with Act 3 now. And if I do the Magi Temple next stream and I have time, I might just push on to do the first part of Act 4 or something as well. Anyway, that's for later. For now, take care, and we shall continue.